Twitch. I'm George, and this is my friend.
Jonathan, yeah, you can follow me on j.fba, on Twitter, Twitch, everything, all that good stuff. How you guys doing?
Oh, well, we have a bit of a made an intro, so let's roll that. Oops. And that was it. And I messed that up. Go figure, but that's all right. Practice makes perfect. So, let's start on the first subject of the day. You ready?
Oh, I was born ready, somewhat.
Somewhat, yeah. Now, mom's lawsuit claims fright at Dorney's Halloween haunted hunt caused her daughter injuries. Oh, hey, this is a little off my game today. Right here. Here we go. Mom's lawsuit claims fright at Dorney's Halloween hunt caused her daughter's injuries. Now, okay, you go to a haunted house.
Uh huh. Well, I don't, but yeah, okay,
Well, okay, if you went to a haunted house and
I
you
would.
took your son,
I would.
I know.
Most
This
black people
is,
won't go to that stuff.
well, I get it. But you go and uh you go and what are you expecting?
They get scared, of course. So where did you go?
Well, guess what? She got scared. Somebody came up behind, she was telling one of the other characters, "Okay, you're scaring me."
Yeah.
And somebody came up behind her and scared her. And I guess she fell. Probably because they didn't, hear her, saying that she got scared, but
They're
evidently
they're not
she.
there to say, to listen to you that you got scared. No, their job is to scare you. That's
Well,
what they get paid.
yeah, I get that, but to the same token, I mean, it's what you're there for. Like you said, I mean, it's what you're there for is to get scared.
I mean, like if you have a heart condition, you don't go to a haunted house. If you have a heart condition, you don't get on a roller coaster. I mean, if you're afraid of heights, you don't go on a roller coaster. You just don't do it. If you're going to get the reason you go to a haunted house is the experience of getting scared. You get that adrenaline rush going. So if you got injured or anything else, that's your fault. That's what happens. No one's ever goes to a haunted house, and of course, a lot of times everything goes perfect. No, sometimes people do fall, people do get hurt. They just get up, laugh at it, and keep it going.
But no, this lady is suing. Let me pull this back up here so everybody can see. She's suing for, I want to say it was $150,000. Yep, for more than $150,000 in damages.
Uh, of
Wow.
of her just falling. How is that $150,000 in damage? I
Well,
mean, a typical hospital bill would maybe set you back what? Maybe for a few grand, maybe.
well,
But
I don't
there's
even.
no way hospital bill is going to be $150,000 for you falling. Did she even go to the hospital?
No, no.
Then never mind. Go ahead and just keep going what it says. I'm done with it.
Well, here's the thing: is they also offered a it's called one of those glow sticks. If you
Yeah.
have one of these glow sticks, they back off you. It's actually a necklace, and they give you that, and you put it on, and then they know, okay, we're not going to, we can scare this one, but it's, very kid gloves. We're not going to, be
Yeah.
as,
So sort of like a scare repellent.
yeah.
Which is
And,
stupid.
but,
But
and you know what? Then don't go to the haunted house.
exactly. Don't go. Like they're not forcing you to go at all.
No,
No one's forced you to go to the haunted house.
no.
So I don't even know why I'm still talking about
Well, because we're going to move on to the next subject is Ubisoft apologizes for, let's see, the major video game publisher quickly apologizes after joking about the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. And it's Ubisoft.
it. Yeah,
Now,
I love Ubisoft. Make some good games.
I like
Assassin's Creed.
Ubisoft. They do make good games. I agree. But you know what? This is not a joke. This is not funny. What they did is they put one of their characters in front of the congressional building, and the congressional building is like all burst into flame and on fire. That's to announce their private beta.
I'm sorry.
I
Oh
can
man,
think of many
I,
ways for you to do
I,
that.
I I didn't mean to laugh. I know it's not funny for the government shutdown, people losing their jobs and stuff like that. But someone, no, sometimes you just got to make a little humor about it.
Well,
You
I
know,
mean, that was less about, that. They were like, we can show you a real government shutdown where they blow up the Capitol. Now, consider, if you or I did something like this, okay, we're not a major game developer, and that's what they are. Do you think they might take that as a threat?
for us, well, probably
Yeah. Which,
because like we don't have like tons of money coming in, and we're not famous, and we don't have like game developer like you said. We're not part of any game company or anything. But if we just came out of the blue and like, know what, we're gonna do this and post online, eventually we'll get some kind of feedback. Not the one we want, but we'll eventually get it.
oh yeah, we're going to get attention, and it's going to be all the wrong kind of attention that you know we are not going to want in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want that kind of attention. I mean, I don't like the government either. But if I can, deflect that, from coming to me, even dealing with it, I would rather not.
But
Because they get too much in your business, man. After that,
well,
too like literally.
I do get that, but when you do stuff like this, it leads to stuff like that. You see what I mean? And
Yeah.
go ahead.
No, no, no. I won't say them.
Well, it leads on to the next story, and that's a 13-year-old boy allegedly told Siri, "I'm going to shoot up a school." Now he's charged with a felony.
Wow.
Um,
Was he like just joking?
no,
Oh, he was serious.
yeah, because they did investigate, and they did go on his well. This They didn't just get it from Siri; they got it from his social media as well, where he
So
was
why,
making threats like
why
that.
would you why would you like tell Siri or something stupid like that?
I want to know what Siri's response would be. Would it be, "Oh,
Yeah, yeah, I'm
okay,
curious too.
yeah"? It was probably, "Oh, here's some schools nearby." Wait, what? That.
I mean, I don't have an iPhone, so I can't find out on my own.
Yeah, I have an
And
Android.
even if I did do it, I will be joking, guys. Trust me. I'm not going to no shoot up no school. All that, none of that crap.
And,
Like,
and
no, I'm good.
yeah, and it's like, why? Why would you do that? The just
I don't
you
know. I don't even get why like these kids are like shooting up these schools anyway, man. Like, I mean, when I had an issue growing up or something, I talked to my parent, or you talk to the teacher, or I'll just go home and take my frustration out on some video games. I mean, that's how
There
I
you
did it.
go.
Or after time went on, I went to go and I started boxing and stuff. So when I have frustration, I'll go to the gym, take it out on the gym, or take it out on a bag or something. I didn't not once like, you know what? I mean, I've been bullied, growing up, but not once have I ever thought about going to school and taking a knife or anything with me and hurting like anyone in my school. It just, you just chop it up and you just learn to live with it. It happens, everyone gets bullied. Everyone. No, if you have some people who don't get bullied, like you have some of the cool kids who don't, but fortunately, it's a part of life now, And this is not like something that just happened. That just all of a sudden the mask will disappear and everyone just start bullying people now and all that. This has been going on for decades, man. It's not centuries. It's not something that just what's the name, you
Well,
know?
well, the only difference I'll say that it would be now versus, even 5 years ago, is that we're all connected more. That
Yeah, a lot
with
more.
the internet, we're
Yeah,
all
Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. What else is it? Tinder. Um, am I missing anything?
you said Facebook.
I think so. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe
Twitch,
Twitch.
Twitter,
Yeah, Twitch.
Snapchat,
YouTube. There's multiple sources out there for us to connect.
and 5 years ago, us doing this probably would have been it would have been a lot more difficult than what it is now
Yeah,
for
exactly.
for us to be able to do this. Uh, but it's a lot easier now because of the software and the hardware. That we have available. And speaking of
Yeah.
hardware, we're gonna build you a PC here pretty soon. Where you going? I said we're gonna
I'm
build you a
here.
PC soon.
Yeah, yeah. That's gonna be pretty soon. Um, hopefully next week.
Next week. Cool.
Well, next week I'll be able to order parts, but hopefully the week after,
Oh, okay.
before the end of this month. I'm saying before this month is over, we should have our PC build up, or at least a video up,
Well,
and you can see the before and after, and what I'm working with now, and what I upgraded to, or what we put together.
speaking of a new PC build, uh,
Oh
in
man.
September, The Verge, and I popped the picture up here so everybody can see.
Yeah, I'm bringing mine up right now.
Yeah, built this PC, and here's the thing: is they made it into a high production value video. This is a how-to guide, how to
Tutorial.
build a PC.
Yeah, supposed to be a tutorial on how to.
It got so many down, thumbs down, and yeah, the comments needed to be taken away because they started, attacking the host. And you know what? It's really not his fault. They shouldn't attacked him. They
I mean, it is. He didn't have to agree to it. He knew he didn't know what he was talking about. He didn't have to agree to do it. I mean, like if someone say, "Hey, I want you to,
well,
I
that's
want you to build me a speaker," and I have no experience of building one. Okay, yeah, I'll do it. Then as soon as they start recording, the next thing I'm reading up a script, and I'm completely doing it wrong.
well, that could have been just what he was told to do. That's his job. So that's why I'm not faulting him so much.
I
Okay.
am. And
I, d-
I am faulting him.
but I fault him less than I do everyone else around him who thought that looking at this final build that said that hey, he did everything right. you have
Brother,
an,
you know damn well you didn't have to do it, man. You know you could have said no.
I mean, you have editors and producers and all.
And the
You
thing
tell
is, they uploaded it. They uploaded the video like it was like he did nothing wrong. Like it was just perfect.
well, and I'm going to ask you point out, just one thing that you see other than the cable management or lack thereof.
That's the
That's
first thing you could spot. So
that.
you see it, like you could tell. Oh, it just looks a mess.
Well,
But for one, the thing I see is the rims are too close together. He should have separated them. There's no other rims on there. There's more room. He could have split them up instead of them being on a single channel.
right.
Another thing is that I can see is looks like on their coolant it's missing a bolt.
Yep. Now that's going to affect the pressure in the processor. That's going to affect the how effective the
I didn't
cooler
even
is.
see this right now, right hand corner. Those zip ties are ridiculous looking. Like he didn't even cut them off or anything at the ends. You see that?
In bottom right hand corner here.
The top right hand.
Oh, top right hand.
Yeah, the zip ties are just
Oh,
sticking
right there.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that?
That's not cable management. Now this case.
Look, you see how close that zip tie is to the fan?
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah.
Oh my! Oh my! I can't even look at it. It's
I mean, how many pieces have you built?
um none. But I messed around with quite a few. I never fully built my own PC, but I messed around inside with quite a few of them.
Okay.
For as far as I can remember, before they even start putting all this high tech stuff in them.
Okay. My point is you've never built a computer. I mean, you dabbled with it, but you've never built one, right?
No, I'm never. No, I never like built one, especially from like scratch, from case and putting all the parts in it. No.
And you already know better how to build a computer than the Verge.
Yeah. That's pretty sad, and I never actually built one of my own.
Now they said that they went out and they spent about $2,000 worth of parts.
And you know what, George? Why don't you tell everyone what is so special about this case that he totally did not use to his advantage?
You mean the thermal paste?
No, what is special about this case? With the cables management.
Oh, it has a shroud and the back of it is open, so that's where you can hide the majority of those wires that are just blatantly shoved right into the front.
Yeah, this case is specially designed for cables management.
I mean, I've done
He
a
did
video.
not use-
Go
He
ahead.
did not use it at all.
Yeah, I did a video in a case that had no cable management and still managed to tuck the cables away. Grant, you see them going to the motherboard, but the vast majority of the cables are tucked up and away so that that doesn't interfere with the airflow.
Yeah, he didn't. It didn't. It don't even like he tried to even use any of the cable management at all. He just threw a couple zip ties on there. I don't know what the hell he zip tied together. He damn sure didn't use the zip ties right. He just zip tied some wires together, and it looks a little bit of management in that section. But where's the other zip ties? Where's putting everything else away like this? Like if you had a house and your electrical system looked like this, would you have been fine with moving in?
Oh, that house? Hell no. There,
If
and
they was
there's-
like, okay, yeah, it's all good. Go ahead, don't worry about the wiring and everything. You're fine.
Well, and you see the big cord that goes in front of the cooler that's in front of the CPU.
Yeah.
Okay, that is for that's the auxiliary power for the CPU that provides additional power to the processor when the processor needs it. you have along the back of the fans on the top room that you could have routed and tucked away that cable right up into the top. That's the way these cases are designed. So you
Yeah,
don't
yeah, he could have did that, but he didn't do any of it.
know. I mean, and yeah, you're going to see the hoses that go from the pump that's on the processor over to the
Yeah,
radiator.
yeah, that's
You're
fine,
going to
right?
see that. I get it. Those cables along the bottom, you're going to see them per se.
Yeah, like this cable is literally looks like the cable for the liquid for the pump cable. Looks like it's literally sitting on the GPU.
Oh, yeah, the hoses are.
Literally sitting right on top of the GPU.
Yeah. And GPUs get hot.
So that is a fire waiting to happen.
Oh, and when I was, I well, here's the thing about this build. This was promoted and touted as a how-to, step-by-step guide. This is how you build a computer. It got so many downvotes, so much comments that they disabled the up-down. They disabled commenting on it because people were horrified. If and this was they were touting this, they spent $2,000.
So they say.
Now that's about right for the parts. That is about right for the parts that they used in this system is about $2,000.
It was a 2000 like wasted.
And if you spent
Hey,
if
hey, honey.
if you spent $2,000 to XYZ company, this and you said this is what I want, this is the parts I want in my computer. These are the parts I want in my computer, and I want you to build it for me. If they sent you back this,
I want some money off. I want some money back because I will have to do the cable management myself. Um, well, they're gonna need to send me another bolt for one. I need they're gonna have to send me that. So you're gonna give me some money off. You're gonna send me another bolt. I can take care of the cable management. I can do that myself. But I'm not gonna go out after I spent 2 grand and look for another, another bolt. When it should come with it.
right? And this was as a nightmare. This, I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm sorry. This is like just. I know I'm going to say this again. This was touted as a how-to video by The Verge. Now, if you're going to tout this as being how-to, you better know what you're doing
Apparently not.
or have a flippin' clue. This is a mess. That bolt being missing on the bottom left-hand side of the cooler is a problem. Now, one thing they did show in the video that we can't show because The Verge finally took the video down. They finally got wise. This is an air cooler. It's not a uh, a water cooler, but when this ships on the bottom plate here, they already have thermal paste put on. I've taken this on and off, and so I've cleaned off the paste. But brand new, that had thermal paste on the bottom of it.
Yeah. So you don't need to add more. It already
And
had a good amount for you to use.
and I almost fell off my chair because he added a bunch more thermal paste. Now, so you have to watch and you have to be careful because some thermal compound, some thermal paste is conductive. It will conduct electricity. So
Yeah.
if you use too much of it, because it's going to ease out the sides, And there's the board right at the bottom of it. Right behind that processor is the computer board. It's going to fry something. Not to mention that you're using two different thermal compounds.
Yeah, because they already used the one on that's already on there. You just stick it on, you're good to go. But then he had to get extra from somewhere else, not knowing which thermal paste they used, and just put it on there anyway, carelessly.
And it looked like a 5-year-old's drawing.
It was terrible. It was terrible, man. It was like someone like jizzed all over it.
I cringe. This whole build was a cringe. Unfortunately, one thing you don't see is on the top where the radiator is. You see that on your picture, right?
Yeah.
Now, in the video, the way you install a radiator is you put the fans on the bottom of the radiator, just like you see. There's two long bolts that go up through the fan and into the radiator. They go from, huh?
Yeah, didn't he in the video? Didn't he screw him from the top?
Yeah. Well, there is small bolts. They're like this. They're small bolts. That's what holds everything up to the top of the case. The long bolts go through the fans and into the bottom of the radiator, and use the long bolts there because they only penetrate that much. He was driving those screws straight through the radiator.
I'm surprised that thing even functioned.
I'm there was a lot of things he could have done.
I wish they showed us like it booting and see if it booted.
Well,
but no, they didn't show that.
He said he did. So
that's what they said.
Well, and I mean, I agree. It doesn't mean that that's what happened, but we don't know one way or the other, and we'll just give them the benefit of the doubt that what they're saying was the truth. But this is not how you build a PC. And I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to tell you this here and now in front of the internet. When you get your parts, and we're going to sit down, we're going to film and do a proper guide on how to build a PC. If when we're done, the thing looks anything like this, you have a free pass to kick my ass.
Yeah, and we will show you guys the finished product and, of course, all the parts before we put it together. It's the best thing about it. And then we'll show you the finished product. And then, like you said, if it looks like that, do what you want.
Yeah. You can kick my ass, and we could put it on YouTube. And I will not press charges. That's fine, because I deserve the butt whooping that I'm going to get if at the end, after you spent this money that you've spent on the parts for us to build this PC for you, that it looks like this at the end, you can kick my hiney and I will not press charges.
I mean, and like everyone that's watching, we are pretty much taking it easy on these guys. We're taking it easy on the Verge. If we had the video, oh man, we had the video, it'd be a whole different story. So we're just working what we have. But so compared to other people that did, got their hands on the video and did, their own reaction to it, it's pretty bad, and pretty funny at the same time. I mean, if we got a hold of the video, we would actually show you and we would give you our own take on it. But fortunately, we don't. They took it down, so we don't have that. But it's crazy. You gotta watch the video.
Well, here's the thing, and why I'm bringing this up now too. The Verge took down the video. Bitwit, or his name's Kyle, I forget what his last name is, and then another guy is from USA Tech News, I believe is what he's called. They did these USA Tech News did a critique of the build. So he's watching the video, and he has himself in the top corner saying, this is this is fine. This one isn't bad. This isn't bad. And I didn't get to watch all of it because it just recently got put back up because The Verge copyright struck both of these guys. Yeah. I mean, it's fair use. It's clearly fair use.
It's not like they took the video and then posted on their channel and was like, okay, this is our video.
Right. That's not what they did. Both these guys could. If you watch Kyle or Bitwit, he created this little parody carol called Lyle, and it was hilarious. That critiqued this guy. And he didn't attack the guy. He didn't attack, and this is, I agree with the way both of these guys did their thing, was they did not at any point in time attack the person in front of the camera doing this build. They attacked how he was doing it.
Yeah, and I agree with the way they did it too. I mean, if it was me, it'd be a totally different story because I don't care.
Well, here's the thing. Lyle, or Kyle, made an absolute mockery of this build, and it was hilarious. And I'm glad to hear you didn't piss on yourself last night when I sent it to you.
Oh no, man, I was just dying, man. It was almost like I'm watching a free stand up.
It was, and they're right in doing that.
I mean, if you love PCs and you build them and everything else, watch the video. It is pretty much like a free stand up for PC builders. It is hilarious.
And
I mean, if there was a show, a stand up show for a stand up comedy show for PC, stuff in general, and this guy was on stage showing this video and doing it, I will pay to go see it.
it was
I'm
hilarious.
I'm just gonna be honest. I will pay to go see it because it was hilarious. So just to get it for free, it's even better.
Well, and like I said, The Verge copyright struck their channels. Now you only if you get 3 strikes within a 3-month period, there goes your channel. Period. Done.
Yep.
Everything's deleted. Gone.
Yep, all that hard work done.
All right. Now
We're talking about hard strikes. We're talking about like hard strikes.
okay. There's yeah. Let me just. I could sum this up real quick. You have community
For people who
strike,
don't.
which is like a little slap on the wrist. Then you have a what the heck is that called? You have a community strike, which is not a big deal. Then you have another. It's not a copyright strike, but what it does is if your video is monetized, you're not going to receive the money from it. Or it's a copyright. It's not a copyright strike, but it's a copyright something. But what they do is they will monetize the video, and the money, instead of going to you, the content creator, it would go to the copyright owner.
Yeah, whoever claimed it.
Right. Yeah, a copyright claim. That's what it's a copyright claim. Then you have a copyright strike. A copyright strike is legal. We are legally told we are taking your video down.
That's what you don't want. You don't want a copyright strike.
Right. You were taking your video down. So you're not going to make money on that video at all.
No, a claim, no big deal. You're just not making money from that one video. But you get a certain amount of strikes, like all your work is just gone, just wiped away completely.
Yep. Now, if you're good and you don't get any more strikes, then they will fall off over time. I think it's
it's like being out of job for so many years, and you go into work one day, you didn't do nothing wrong. Next thing you know, they say you're fired. All your work is gone. That's pretty much how it is.
Well, here's the thing. I get YouTube's point of view with this. Here's the thing and where it leads to an issue and a problem is like The Verge doing these copyright strikes. against these two channels. Now, YouTube has reinstated, it has removed the strike and has reinstated their channels to being just fine. They still got, if they have 100,000 hits and let's say they make X amount of dollars on based on those the advertising from that, they will still get that money. That will not go to the Verge.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You can dispute a strike. You can hit them up, and because there's always some mixed communication. Sometimes it can happen. You just contact them. They'll look over it and see. Oh, okay, there's nothing wrong here. It's fair use. Then they'll take it away.
Right.
But you have to take those steps. Don't sit there. If you know you didn't do anything wrong, contact them. Don't be afraid. They're lovely. They're friendly. Contact them. Tell them what happened.
Well, and here's the thing is, I've watched a lot of content creators, and this is no thing against them, but they have to. YouTube exists because of what's called safe harbor. Safe harbor basically means it's just like Google search engine or Bing search engine or My Ducky search engine or whatever that they're under what's called safe harbors, meaning that if I'm looking for something illegal and I find that type of result on those types of websites, the websites aren't liable. I'm liable.
Yeah.
Okay. And YouTube lives under that type of legal thing. If we put up something that's copywritten, YouTube's not liable for it. We are.
Yeah. Yeah. You're
Which
right.
I get it. I understand that, and I get that. And when YouTube is given a takedown notice, they have to act on it. They have to. That's how they maintain their safe harbor.
Yeah.
Okay. If they didn't have that safe harbor, they wouldn't exist. We would not be able to go on these platforms just like we're on. Same thing with Twitch. We would not. No company is going to assume the liability of us saying something. What's the word? That causes them legal jeopardy, legal problems.
Yeah, and they don't want that. Nobody wants that.
You know, I wouldn't want that for them.
Me neither.
This is a privilege for us to do it, and make no mistake, I love doing this. This is great. I love doing this.
Yeah, like where else can you go and just talk and just have people watch you and eventually get paid for it? Where else can you do that at?
Nowhere. And
From your own there's places you can do it, but where can you do it from your own comfort of your own home?
right. I mean, I'm doing this I'm sitting there obviously at home. You're obviously sitting in your home. Your signal is coming from you to me, to my system, which is creating this video that gets pushed out to Twitch and YouTube. And anybody can watch this. And it's great. And it is a bullhorn. Now, we have First Amendment rights, which is the right of free speech. However, there is liability speech, flat out saying something that's wrong. There's slander, and if we were to say something that stirs up people, that stirs up a riot, guess what? We're liable. Is YouTube responsible for that?
No.
No, because there's no possible way that YouTube could watch every video and every minute of every day that everyone is uploading to YouTube to find out what is fine and what is not. There would
Yeah.
be no way for them to be able to afford to do that because that would all have to be done by someone.
Yeah, but we're not saying they don't go in and check certain videos because they do. So we're not saying they don't never check videos at all. That's not what we're saying.
Right. But the thing is the Verge clearly violated They struck both these channels. They were wrong. Now, whether they knew they were wrong, I don't know. If I were to, and this is my opinion, and you may agree with me, you may not, but this is my opinion, they knew what they were doing. The reason I say that they knew what they were doing is because they've been on YouTube for quite a long time. They have 2.1 million subscribers. So, in their business that employs multiple people, they have multiple videos up. So you can't tell me that they didn't know what they were doing was not gonna come back and bite them in the butt.
Yeah, they was trying to earn a little bit extra money from these other guys' videos.
Well, they couldn't. No, they copyright struck them. The videos were taken down. No video to watch. Down. It's a punishment, not to the content, but to the content creator. And they knew what they were doing. Now, what's supposed to happen according to YouTube, because if you file a fraudulent copyright strike or a copyright takedown, you do that fraudulently. If you abuse that, there is supposed to be consequences, and that is according to YouTube. What YouTube says will happen is, well, first of all, you need to have a YouTube account to be able to file a copyright strike. Okay? What they'll do is they'll take away your account. So, in effect, you won't be able to apply a copyright strike.
No. And, I mean, I don't, it's not fair because, like, we already talked about this a while ago, that the way the system works is people can claim stuff on your video and stuff now. And this is a perfect example of how some people or companies or whatever you want to call it try to abuse that.
Well, what's even worse was there's another, and I'm sorry, I don't remember the name, and I should have written this down, but I forgot. But there was a couple of smaller YouTubers like us, and they were even bigger than us. I think they had like a couple hundred or a couple thousand subscribers. But they were issued copyright strikes on 2 of their videos. So that's 2 strikes. Then they get this email that says, now we want $75 from you, $50 or $75. Sometimes there's up to like $150. You pay us this money, we'll remove the strikes. Otherwise, what we're going to do is we're going to give you a 3rd strike. That takes down your channel.
Yeah, you don't want that.
So you have 2 choices. You can fight the strike, and you have to be able to prove, because you're guilty. Now you have to prove yourself innocent. Okay?
Or you can just pay that 75 or $100 and chop it up and go back and making money.
Or you are going to have to pay up. Now,
I'd rather pay up. Man, I'm not going to lose everything I work from where I can easily just make that back.
Well, that's the thing. These are smaller channels. They're not going to easily make it back. And I would say, no, you shouldn't. And what these guys did, and here's why I say you don't negotiate with terrorists. You don't, I don't care if it's $5. I would not pay it. What you need to go do is get a hold of YouTube, and there's ways of doing it. And you could even, if you're not getting satisfaction that way, go to social media. Go to your Facebook, go to Twitch or Twitter, and plead your case, because there are other people in this YouTube community that will help you out to get somebody to say, because this is XYZ company. They don't have the right to this. This is not their property. They filed a fraudulent claim, and as long as you can prove to YouTube that this is fraudulent, they'll remove the strike and probably remove them from being able to do this to anyone else.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about it. When people follow those false ones. But there are There are ones you can't fight. There are some you know you was wrong. You just gotta chop it up and keep going.
You know what I did? The same thing I did last time. I forgot. We've been talking about this and everything. Gosh darn it. Everybody's probably been hearing horrible echoes because we've been doing most of the show and I don't have my headphones on.
I haven't heard any echo, but
But like I say, it's I do get YouTube's position with this. I do get it because they're the ones that are risking everything. As much as that we're risking, quote unquote, risking, it's videos. Okay, you understand what I mean?
yeah,
They're risking a lot more because it's not just not only is it's their whole business. Every server, every hard drive, everything. I mean, I posted a video. It was Call of Duty, uh, World at War, where my son and I were playing. We did a walkthrough type thing, and that video is still on YouTube. It's still public, and you could go watch it now. You see what I mean?
yeah.
They've kept this video on their platform for like 10 years, and there's been a total of 2,000 hits to it. I mean, they could have taken that down like years ago, and I probably wouldn't have remembered.
Yeah, I got a videos I posted like 4 years ago, so or 5 years ago now. 5 years ago when I first started my channel, and I, it's still up there. It's not doing good, but it's still up there. They could have took that down too.
Right. But that's the thing is every video that anybody's uploaded to YouTube is still there unless you've taken it down. Unless you've told YouTube you need to take this down. Um, so they have a lot at risk too. They need to maintain that safe harbor legal protection for themselves so that they can continue to exist.
Yeah, that way they make money, we make money. It's everyone's happy.
But unfortunately, it is the abuse of the system, and it's not by the government. It's by corporations. It's by people who are running scams, who's shocked that people are going to run scams. I mean,
Yeah, there's always going to be a few who's going to try to abuse it.
right, they're going to try to abuse it and take advantage of it. Now, to me, there's a word when somebody intentionally files false claims and then asks for, 75 to $150 or whatever amount of money they're asking for.
Yeah,
It's called extortion. And especially if you're not the one that is the content holder. You know what I mean? If you don't
yeah,
actually,
I know.
yeah, like it's just you and me, and we're talking. When I ran the intro earlier, I created that. Uh, the music came from YouTube's library, which is free to use specifically for YouTube creators to use in videos. So, but who's to say that somebody isn't going to copyright strike or something we said? Well, you can't do that.
Nope. But they will. They can try.
And that's the thing is they should. If you know you're going to lose, and you know that there's if you know that if I do something, if I lose, there's no consequences. So why not do it? You might make 50, 75, $100, whatever. But if there's no consequence to it, and there should be.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree.
Like to the Verge, they are a big platform. And I'm sure YouTube wants to have them around, which I don't disagree with that. They messed up.
Big time.
But but where's that line when they, to my opinion, when they filed those copyright strikes that were, like I said, you can't tell me, they can't plead ignorance. Oh, we didn't know. There should be some sort of penalty to them.
Should.
The next 20 videos you upload are not going to be monetized. In fact,
It's like filing a false police report.
Exactly. Thank you. You know a lot about that, don't you, huh?
No. I haven't filed a false police report in years.
In years?
Oh, nothing.
Just in years, huh? Yeah, well, I don't know nothing about it, but it's only been years since I've done it.
Yeah, it's been 6 years, maybe.
Since you filed?
I'm no longer in that state, so it don't matter. But been like 6 years, I think.
Well, when all's said and done, we got our last article here for tonight. Is this doomsday prepper dreams home? Prepper dream home in the Nevada desert is on sale for $900,000.
Doomsday prepper.
Now it does look pretty on the outside. And
why is he selling it? If he had doomsday prepper, why are you selling it?
It's for
doomsday still can come.
Well, this is from CNBC.
It still can happen, bro.
Well, here's the thing. Yeah, this is right up your alley. There's no water service, so
the water.
No, it's in the desert, man. You got
to. I want that.
You got to provide your own water.
You dehydrate. You need water to survive.
But it's built like a castle.
That's fall fine and dandy, but like, what about your water supply?
Yeah, I just gotta stop at the local store and buy your bottled water.
And we can go weeks without food, but it's not. We can't go that long without water.
Yeah, like 3.5 days or something like that.
Yeah, before your body shuts down and drink yourself to death.
But I mean, it runs on solar and wind energy, so you should be okay there.
Yeah, that sounds horrible, man. Your body drinking itself to death. That sounds terrible.
Well, it even includes. Now wait, there's more. It includes a remodeled miner's cabin. Did you hear me?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It includes a remodeled miner's cabin and a mine that doesn't have any gold in it anymore. It's all mined out.
And what's the point?
I don't know, but and it also has a pipe organ. Has a pipe organ.
A pipe organ?
Yes.
Oh, you know, ain't no black people getting that house. We're getting ready for church.
And it has a small-ish kitchen.
All that money, and you get a small-ish kitchen.
Oh well, you remember the 14 cubic foot fridge that we had?
Yeah, of course. Why? So who can't remember
that? There's one in there. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Sorry. There's a fridge in there that might be about that size. It's about 14 cubic. That's your fridge. That's the fridge you get with this house. It's about 14 cubic.
Yeah, I remember that small thing.
Yeah, well, that's for $900,000. That's the fridge you're getting.
No, no, that's okay.
Oh, but
That is perfectly fine. I'd rather spend less and get something like that.
wait, there's also a pretty fountain that has a
Wait,
globe.
there's more. Oh no, it's not worth $900,000. That just sounds like a ripoff to me.
It is. It pretty, and especially there's no. I mean, obviously, yeah, it's in the desert, but and you have to come up with your own way to truck your own water. But should have a bigger fridge because if you know,
What kind of preparation is that?
poor.
I mean, if you're a doomsday prepper, you're supposed to have like a nice, decent sized fridge for, if something does ever happen, you have months or years of food supply.
But it's like a computer build. It's a wreck.
No, he can. If he cut that in half, or maybe a fraction of it, he might be able to sell it. But he's not gonna be able to sell it for that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, it's not worth 900,000. I don't care if you was probably on the TV show Doomsday Preppers or whatever. It don't matter. You was part of the TV show, big deal. But for someone to make a trying to make a profit on it is no, no, bro. I'm sorry.
yeah. It's there's no way it's worth almost it's $100,000 shy of $1 million.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah, it's like I don't see the.
Plus, you're in the middle of the desert. No, you can literally live on Hollywood Boulevard in Hollywood for maybe like for maybe that amount, and you have a mansion with running water, and you're not in the middle of a desert, and a bigger fridge. I'll guarantee you a bigger fridge.
Oh, a lot bigger. Oh, a hell of a lot bigger fridge. That thing is so small, it's ridiculous. It might as well say there is no fridge there. It's just that damn small.
Yeah, yeah. No, screw that. It's not worth it. You can maybe spend like what, maybe like $20 worth of groceries in it.
Well, pretty much all the water that you're going to need for a week. That's going to be probably about it.
Yeah, that's pretty much all you can fit in there. Like 14 cubic is not much at all. That's super tiny. I
Yeah,
mean, when we had it and we was trying to explain to people, oh no, it's fine, it'll work. That's
yeah.
all I need until they get it home, and then like, oh no, we need something bigger. We can't fit everything we got in there.
Well, are you surprised? Really? You shouldn't be. Can't hear you.
I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
Oh no, I was talking to your dog.
Oh, okay. Because like you meant mute for a moment.
Yeah, I muted my mic.
Oh, okay. Oh, so minds want to know now. What were you saying? We're gonna try to read your lips. Oh, the internet wants to
Oh,
know.
good luck with that. I tell you what, I'm not good at it. So if you can do it, great job.
but it's just yeah. It was going back to that the Verge build, and the only reason it came uh, up to prominence again now is because of those copyright strikes. And I I wouldn't even have this. They took it down. They did it in September, then they took it down a little while later. It was because everybody bashed it so much. Oh, there's the lucky dog. Give daddy a kiss.
No.
but
You say something?
I mean, you already took it down. You already got your. I mean, it was a poor build, and everybody sees it. And frankly, to me, it's false advertising. I mean, if somebody followed that build and would have blown up their stuff, Could they turn around and sue the Verge for that? Or turn around and try and sue YouTube?
Probably not.
Maybe the
That thing,
Verge.
that thing's a hazard, man. Like, I'd been highly upset if that came after I spent like $2,000 on it for someone to build it for me, and then it comes like that.
Oh, that's just. And this a guy touts himself as this. The whole video was based on here's how you do this. Well, that's fine as long as you get somebody that knows what the hell they're doing.
Yeah, that's like spending almost 15 or $2,000 on one of those Walmart computers.
And thinking that you're going to have.
A good system. You might get a good graphics card. Um,
The power supply was horrible.
yeah, the only thing you might get is a good graphics card.
Yeah, yeah, the motherboard was horrible. The graphics card was very good. The case was good.
The fans were garbage.
The fans were fans.
No, man, those fans look like I can make them in my backyard.
I want to see you make fans in your backyard.
Oh, here, give me some plastic. I'll make my own fans like they have in there.
You'd be like out there making each individual blade and attaching
Yeah,
it.
that's literally what it looked like. Someone sat there and just like, know what? Let's just throw this in there. It looks great.
But
Like you spent $5 on the fan.
and then the power supply was. Eh. Yeah, I'm yawning, but the power supply was yawning. It was actually meant to be both. Uh, and you spent what they have that thing at, like $1,500?
Yeah, I think when the guy did a review on it, I think it was like 15.
I think you supposedly get them now for 800. Well,
You don't want it. That's just straight garbage.
well, of course, yeah, I know you know that, but let's see. The gaming laptop. Let's show this real quick.
Don't we look like twins?
uh, your ears are bigger than his.
I'm brown, he's brown. We look like twins. We look like he can be my kid.
Yeah, your ears are still bigger.
I don't need a DNA test for him. I can tell you he's mine. See, look at the nose. Look at the nose. Like, we got matching nose. Don't lick me. Stop it.
If I come over again and you start sniffing on me or trying to lick me, we're gonna have words there, friend.
Leave my son alone.
Leave my wonderful small little mutant son.
Just because he's different. Can't make fun of that. Don't be like Trump.
Ah, oh. I wasn't being that mean.
It's because he's a little different. And he can't talk. Well, he can in his own way.
Yeah, he did. What did he do beside you before we started? Did you end up cleaning up?
I don't want to talk about it. Something that I don't do on the floor.
Yeah, and if I recall, you weren't calling him your son at that point.
No, I'm saying some other words.
Oh, you had a few choice words. Unfortunately, we weren't streaming when that happened.
That's all right. He don't know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure he does. But.
He might when he gets older.
Yeah.
But it's 4 minutes. We've been doing this for an hour and 4 minutes. So I say it's about time to wrap this on up for this week.
And next week we get info about when can expect the PC build.
Yep, more information about that. We're going to Oh, website. Duh.
Well,
Duh.
can't forget about the website.
Yeah,
Look,
well, too late. I did forget about it. Now I have
it's
to.
looking good.
Oh, something I've been working on. Yes, we have a website. Yeah, I changed it. I've registered a new site. I registered a new site for us. It is called theanythinggoes.com. That's what it is. It even shows my subscriber count, your subscriber count, and you can subscribe from the web page.
Sweet. And we're hopefully in the future we're going to have merchandise on there. So
That's the store, but yeah, there's going to be a way to contact us, which we need to come up with that. About us, we
yeah,
need
you can
to,
buy us a coffee.
huh?
Don't forget they can buy us a coffee.
Oh, you mean this is my Valentine's Day present I got. I'm sorry for anything I say before my coffee.
Yeah, y'all can buy us a coffee as well on
That's
there
on
if you
there.
want to.
If you want to buy something from eBay, please do it by any of the three links that are down at the bottom. It does help
I
out
think
the channel.
yeah, I think Amazon's on there as well.
Uh, there's
Awesome.
there's a visitor count. We were up to a huge 8.
Sweet.
And like I said, you can subscribe from the buttons. And the only one that works at this time is the episodes. Uh, that is where you can see all the different episodes we've done so far. I figured to put 12 per page. So the one we do today is going to go here. This one's going to slide over. But on the 13th episode, I'm going to have to create another page.
That's gonna be fun.
And then it's very easy to navigate. You still got the buttons on the top here. So if you want to go back, you could just hit back or you hit home. Takes you right back to the front page. And if you notice, it does not update the visitor. So it does have a bit of intelligence to it that it knows, hey, you're the same dude. I'm not counting you twice. But we've been working on that this week. Put a lot of time and effort into it. So if you want to, if you happen to miss the show and you're not on YouTube, you can just go directly to our channel, theanythinggoes.com. If you like to support us, there's buy a coffee. Or if you happen to be, like I said, buying some stuff on Amazon, click the Amazon Shop Connect Enjoy link, make your purchase, gives us a small kickback, helps out the channel.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
We always thank you guys for watching, of course.
So we're gonna end this thing, and I'm gonna run the intro again, so everybody gets to hear it again. Because I don't know about you, but I really liked it.
Oh yeah, I enjoyed it.
People can't see that. And we will wish you guys, everyone, a happy Valentine's Day, and we'll see
Thanks
you
for
guys.
watching.
Check us out. Check out our webpage. Check out our
Check out
YouTubes.
my page, JWFBA. You go on my channel or Twitch, Twitter, anything. Because once I get my build, I'm gonna start streaming pretty soon. So you can go ahead and follow me on Twitch. That way, as soon as I get going, you can catch me streaming.
And I'll be there helping you.
Awesome.
Love you guys. See you next week.
Peace.
Peace.